Have you ever wondered how massive apps like Netflix, Uber, or PayPal handle millions of complex back-end operations every single second? Well, you're in exactly the right place. Welcome to day one of your back-end journey. Today, we're going to demystify the core technologies that literally power a massive chunk of the modern web. We're building a rock-solid mental model of what these tools actually are, and, more importantly, how they work together to run the internet. Let's get into it. Here's our roadmap for today. We're going from high-level backend concepts all the way to writing your very first lines of server code. We'll be looking at Node versus Express, the event-driven runtime, flexible web frameworks, what's brand new in Node.js 26, and finally, building your first routes. All right, first up, Node versus Express, and understanding the relationship between the two. Let's clear up a super common point of confusion for new developers right off the bat. A lot of industry CTOs love this analogy. And honestly, it hits the nail on the head. Think of Node.js as the powerful engine under the hood. It provides all the raw horsepower, the event loop, those low-level server capabilities. Express.js, on the other hand, is the sleek vehicle that actually makes it easy to drive. You see, working with raw Node means building every single gear from scratch. You're out there inspecting URLs, parsing methods manually, setting headers. It's just an enormous amount of repetitive work. Express packages all that raw underlying power into a clean, easy-to-use dashboard. It lets you focus entirely on the road ahead and what your application is actually supposed to do. So here's the absolutely crucial takeaway. You aren't choosing between them. It's not a competition. You're learning how they stack together to build incredible software. Node is the foundational platform that you run on, right? And Express is the specialized toolset you use to build on top of that platform. Say you want your app to securely log users in and fetch their dashboard data. Well, Express running on Node is the absolute industry-standard playbook to make that happen efficiently. Moving on to part 2, the event-driven runtime. Let's take a closer look at Node.js, pop the hood, and see what that engine is actually doing. By definition, Node.js is a server-side JavaScript runtime. Basically, it takes JavaScript out of the web browser and drops it right onto your server, giving you primitives for networking, file I/O, and the event loop. That means the exact same JavaScript you write for a front-end UI can now control back-end servers, talk to databases, and manage network traffic. And it executes your code using this architecture built around the event loop, which is, quite frankly, a total game changer. Think of the event loop kind of like a highly efficient restaurant waiter. Instead of waiting at one single table for food to cook, they take an order, pass it to the kitchen, and immediately go serve 5 other tables while that first meal is cooking. Because of that single-threaded event loop, Node is incredibly efficient for I/O-bound operations. What I mean by that is tasks where the system just has to wait for data, like reading from a massive database, accessing a file system, or hitting an external weather API. Instead of blocking the whole system and just sitting there waiting for one task to finish, Node effectively says, hey, go grab that data. I'm going to keep handling other incoming requests until you get back. This specific architecture allows Node to process up to 20,000 requests per second on modern hardware without breaking a sweat. It's wild. All right, section 3, the flexible web framework. Enter Express.js. Because, raw power is great, but it can be super tedious to harness from scratch. So we bring in Express.js. The definition here is key. It's a minimal, unopinionated web application framework built on top of Node.js to simplify routing, middleware, and request handling. I want you to really notice that word minimal. Express gives you exactly what you need to build web apps without forcing you into some rigid, dictated structure. It doesn't boss you around telling you how to organize your folders or exactly what database you absolutely have to use. Instead, it acts as this elegant layer over Node's complex HTTP modules, smoothing out all those rough edges so you can focus entirely on building your unique features. Because it standardizes so much of that tedious infrastructure work, it's the absolute go-to choice for exposing business logic to clients. It simplifies routing with really intuitive built-in methods, and it introduces this fantastic modular middleware pipeline. If you're new to middleware, just think of it as a series of security checkpoints or like bouncers at a club. Before a user reaches your actual data, your middleware can check their ID for authentication, parse their incoming data, or bounce malicious requests. This drastically lowers developer friction and just speeds up onboarding. Plus, it has a massive ecosystem with over 18 million weekly downloads, and it's trusted by tech giants like Uber, IBM, and PayPal. Learning Express means you are learning the true industry standard. Which brings us to section 4, new in Node.js 26, modernizing the backend. Since this is day one of your journey, we're equipping you with the absolute bleeding edge of the ecosystem, which just dropped in May 2026. 14.6. That right there is the version number of the brand new V8 JavaScript engine powering Node 26, and it brings massive language-level improvements right out of the box. For example, it introduces these new upsert methods for map data structures. Now, what that means is you can atomically check for a key and insert a default value if it's missing, all in a single, clean step. That's a real game changer for building caching layers and optimizing data flow in your backend, literally saving you from writing countless lines of boilerplate code. And then there's the Temporal API, which is a massive leap forward. This is a modern, built-in date and time API enabled by default in Node 26, officially replacing the notoriously clunky legacy date object. Listen, if you've ever lost hours, and we all have, trying to figure out why a user in Tokyo is seeing yesterday's date, or wrestled with the absolutely bizarre fact that months were 0 indexed while days were 1 indexed, you know exactly the pain I'm talking about. Temporal finally provides unambiguous, pain-free time zone and duration handling right out of the box. And the upgrades just keep coming. They've updated Undici, which is Node's built-in HTTP client, to version 8, powering blazing fast global fetch requests. They've added native iterator concatenation for sequencing data streams, and they completely cleaned house, removing old, deprecated internal modules that were honestly just security liabilities. This means better alignment with modern web standards, and it means your baseline performance on day one is already leagues ahead of past generations. You are starting with the fastest, most secure version of Node ever built. Okay, let's get into Section 5, building your first routes, theory to practice. Let's dive into the practical side and see how to actually start building with these amazing tools. It literally takes just 3 simple steps to transform a totally empty folder into a live running web server. Step 1, install Node.js on your machine. Step 2, open your terminal and run npm init and npm install Express in a new folder. That sets up your project structure and pulls in the framework. And finally, step 3, you create a single app.js file, write a few lines to bring in Express, and call app.listen to start the server. Just like that, with less than 10 lines of code, the whole shebang is awake and listening to the internet. So let's look at how this builds your application's basic vocabulary. You've got your get routes and your post routes. You use a get request, calling app.get, when a client simply wants to retrieve data. Think of things like loading a user profile or fetching a list of products. Conversely, you use a post route with app.post when a user wants to submit new data. This is for actions like checking out of a shopping cart or creating a brand new user account. This constant push and pull of data, retrieving and submitting, that is the absolute heartbeat of every modern API. You have the engine, you have the vehicle. What will your Express app serve to the world? Your tools are installed, your mental model is locked in, and it is time to open your code editor and start building the future. You understand the asynchronous power of the Node.js engine. You know how the Express.js framework steers that power. And you're armed with the cutting-edge standards of Node 26. The technical barriers are completely gone. The only question left is the most exciting one. Are you going to build the next Netflix? Or maybe something the world hasn't even imagined yet? Get out there, start coding, and I will see you in the next explainer.